Hello, friends. Welcome back to a brief talk, and let's start the final part of this brief talk and part two of the need versus greed, the final episode of brief talk. So, let us begin with this really our beloved point, the communication. So, I have to ask this question to myself and to all the viewers, all my friends, my parents, my relatives. Like, do we still need to communicate the way we do through these social media apps? Like, what happened to those old school type communication media, like writing a letter, waiting for a call, then writing telegrams? People were really intelligent back then because they knew how to use words wisely, and they used words in a very less amount, because in a telegram we did not have that space that we can write paragraphs and paragraphs, pages and pages long messages, such that we need to click those read more, read more, read more on WhatsApp, and we get irritated out of our life by reading those messages. We are old by a year, maybe. I don't know, like, those are the methods we can still communicate. Then back then, when we were used to be kids, we used to communicate through kind of sign languages, just code languages. We used to make code languages in between friends, between brothers and sisters, cousins, relatives, and all that stuff. And we used to have that kind of family language. Now it all seems to be completely gone, vanished somewhere in the void of the communication itself, because the media are efficient. The people have lost it. The people have lost their efficiency. That's what I mean to say through this communication point. But I know it's a disaster that even though such an efficient media is there, the internet, for our communication, and yet we fail to communicate even the basic and the most simplest ideas of all to one another. It is a disaster, but I hope we will move from that as well. So let's proceed to the next point. I don't really understand when news people are still irritating me. They're still on my hit list. These anchors or these video editors. I don't know who the people are. I really need to see their faces and touch their feet. Like, please, like, just please. How can they use spooky sounds, while telling you the news that you should be alert about? Let's take a recent example. The cyclone, Nisarg cyclone was approaching Mumbai, and all the news channels went wild. They were bewildered by the cyclone more than the disaster management team. Okay, so they started making these spooky noises, and they started giving sound effects to the news, such that the viewers sitting in their home, they're already not coming outside their homes, and they're not going to do any stupid shit in the wake of a cyclone, and you still are scaring them to be locked in their homes. And like, I don't find any logic behind that. So I just hope these kids will grow up and improve once again, because I don't want to keep this episode for news. So our topic is different, so let's proceed to the further point. Mainly I've seen this, but this is my opinion anyway about the decoration in homes, in public areas as well. Why do we need colors to represent everything? And like, because I once went to a house for a visit, and they said that we have made this room look quite natural, and like, by using what? Yeah, we used some oil paints, some spray paints, some this and that, and we made this look natural. Like, good. You could have used natural elements. You could have used natural colors. You could have used wood. So they were kind of speechless. I was speechless after that comment of mine, because I don't know what response would come from them, and what would they tell my parents, and what would my parents tell me if they told me to shut my mouth or so. I don't really know, because to show something natural, we just can't go aesthetic. We just can't go artificial to represent something natural. That's kind of hypocritic, I guess. So we should represent natural things with natural things only. Like, that's what I feel. because if you want to place a grass mat in your home on your floor, so you should place a real grass mat on your floor. Of course you need to replace it more often than those which are artificial, but still natural is natural, I guess. So the next point, then I have been suffering this a lot, this bombardment of medication, a lot of it, the cough syrup, the medication, the capsules, the tablets, and all the Ayurvedic medicines these days. I have drunk extract of every single medicine, every single plant. So if you find me kind of high during this video, so you know who to blame. So I am high on extracts, okay, green extracts. Yeah, sorry, Ayurvedic extracts. Now don't misunderstand the green. Then why do we need to bombard ourselves with those medicines? Like, do some of us still feel that they are invincible? They will be invincible by bombardment of these medicines. If you really feel so that you can be invincible by bombardment of any medicines or syrups or tablets or what not, then you know what, if your immunity was that weak already, then you should have been dead by this sunrise. But no, you are watching my video, so you are alive, and so am I. So that loses the whole point in those medicines anyway. So let's proceed further. Yeah, so this social media rants, I had posted a tweet about it lately, that if the social media applications such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, whatnot, TikTok, Snapchat, if they have community guidelines for creators, they should have the community guidelines. They must have the community guidelines for the viewers and the commenters as well. Then only it will be balanced. The entire media platform will be balanced, because some commenters make a person more important than the entire social media platform, and it eliminates the very purpose of the social media, to get connected, to share ideas, to create, to innovate, to replenish and whatnot. This is the big picture and big purpose of the social media, but few people are getting more importance than the entire thing. So the whole plot is unbalanced right now, so we need to focus on that. And I hope people move on from focusing on an individual to focusing on the entire social media. They'll get more material to think on, they'll get more material to chatter on tea. So let's hope that. The next, I've seen a few people, this is quite, I cannot put this point through examples, so let's discuss this in brief. Some people base their needs on someone else's opinions. That someone else mostly are their friends, because I've been talking a lot against friends, because it seems that friends play a really important role in your lifestyle, because they influence a lot in your lifestyle. What you wear, what you eat, how you sleep, when you sleep, like how you talk, the way, what words you talk, like all those really minute things in your daily lifestyle are influenced by mostly your friends, then your parents, then your relatives, and then the series goes on and on with the ranking of importance. So I don't know if you really want to do this, and I know if you are living life like you wanted to right now, or if you are unaffected by the lifestyle you're having right now, then the previous lifestyle was the one you did not need anyway. So that is how it goes. Actually there is very small difference between the need and greed. So if you cross that line, otherwise you should not cross that line, otherwise your life would not turn out to be so fine. And that is my bottom line for the brief talk, and I hope you guys enjoyed the brief talk series. Please let me know how was it, what can be done, the further improvements, and I'll see you guys in the next coming videos. Thank you very much.